Convicted former Illinois governor continuing to play a high-profile role in the Democratic race for the state's top office. During another candidate forum today, J.B. Pritzker found himself on the defensive once again about that FBI wiretap of him talking with Rod Blagojevich. Eyewitness News political reporter Craig Walls here with the story. Craig.
Alan, J.B. Pritzker has accused Governor Rauner of meddling in the Democratic primary by releasing the audio from that conversation in a series of political ads. But the issue continues to dog Pritzker, even though he was never accused of any wrongdoing whatsoever. It was not the birthday present J.B. Pritzker was looking for. More questions about an FBI wiretap where he is heard talking with now convicted former Governor Rod Blagojevich about possible appointments to different elected offices. In a forum before the Chicago Tribune editorial board, he pointed out he was never accused of any wrongdoing, but offered them this explanation about that conversation.
During the course of my life, I've done public service for decades now, both as a private citizen and in the public sector, and I was simply once again seeking the opportunity to do public service.
Daniel Biss jumped on that response.
If that phone call is your definition of public service, you're doing it wrong.
The Democrats also seized on Governor Rauner's comments yesterday, saying Illinois' high taxes could hurt the chances of luring Amazon. Those comments came after the company announced Illinois had made the next round in the search for a second headquarters.
You can't be telling business customers as to what's wrong with your state and expect them to come here and ask your neighboring Republican governors to criticize it as well.
But the candidates did seem to agree with the Rauner campaign issue about the need to reform the property tax system and the appeals process, even though both Pritzker and Kennedy have benefited from the current laws. But it was Kennedy's post-forum comments responding to my question about Rauner's attacks on Pritzker seeming to help Kennedy that may come back to haunt him.
I think Bruce Rauner is trying to do what he thinks is best for the state of Illinois. Now, we may disagree on what that is, but his willingness to speak truth to power, to take on the powers that have been strangling our economy for decades in the state, is something that I think he should be applauded for.
Both J.B. Pritzker and Daniel Biss jumped on those statements, criticizing Kennedy for his, quote, applauding, unquote, of Governor Rauner. And with the Democratic primary now just 2 months away, it'll be very interesting to see whether the attacks continue to be focused on Rauner or whether the Democrats turn more towards one another.
Yeah, right. Both, it seems. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Very interesting, Craig. Thanks so much. Now, we are